Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another vlog. In today's video, we're gonna be going over the truth behind La Mamawhiski. If you guys don't know, this is my truck. I've amassed over 200,000 followers with her on different social medias. And today we're gonna be going over everything on the truck, all the pros, the cons, things that you guys may not know about my truck that I personally do, because I've had this truck for 3 years. Ever since she didn't look nothing like this. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is gonna be the pros of the truck and everything I personally like about it. And so the first thing we're gonna be talking about is the overall look of it. As you guys can see, I now classify this as a show truck. Every time I go to shows, this is one of the ones that stands out from the rest. We can start with the rims actually. You guys can see these rear rims are 28 inches. So this is like me bending down, literally right here, and it's tucking inside of my bed. If you guys see the center of my rim, I have my logo on it. It says MW for Mamawhiski. So basically, you could spin it and it spins whenever you spin it. So that's pretty cool. So whenever the tires, moving forward, this will always stay in the center because it's floating in the air and it doesn't move unless you touch it. So I think that's one of the cool little things that a lot of people don't know about my truck. The other major thing you guys could probably see are the doors themselves. In the truck scene, I'd say I'm one of the only people that have these doors. I think I only know 2 other people that have these. So it helps me stand out. So that's one of the pros about this truck. You're gonna be getting a lot of attention, no matter even if you're in shows or when we go to truck meets or just driving around. I be driving around with music full blast, and I also have outside speakers on my grill. So whenever we're driving, we be getting hella funny reactions. My cameraman is actually my detailer, and he can actually provide proof if this is true.
I agree.
All right, guys, and another thing that a lot of you guys may not know about my truck actually is that I do have starlights. So whenever my car actually has power, such as putting in the key, you guys can actually see I do have starlights. So a lot of you guys may not know this because whenever I have my truck at shows, I have the car completely off. I don't have a second battery that's powering it on. So you guys might not even know that I actually have starlights. And then besides obviously the starlights, the entire red interior, I think it gives the truck a cool little touch on, even like the fluffy little dice. So yeah, I think that's most of the pros. There's probably a bunch of other cool stuff, but there's a lot of negatives that are standing out. All right, guys, so now we're gonna be going on to some of the cons, some of the bad stuff, some of the stuff that you guys may not personally see because you guys see everything through the camera. So I try to get the best angles always, obviously, like everybody tries to do that. But I'm gonna be completely 100% honest with you guys. Try to give you guys the full breakdown on my truck. And that way you guys can see that I'm not perfect, my truck isn't perfect. And so you guys don't have to be perfect, If you guys are building your cars, you guys don't have to rush it. Everything takes time. And so don't believe everything you guys see on social media, guys. Like all these cool other trucks, they also have some small little things. But yeah, I'm gonna get straight to it. So the first thing is the wrap. So if you guys can see on the camera, you guys would probably see that my color looks perfectly okay. But if you get really close and personal, you'll see there's tons of scratches. There's a lot of bubbles that are forming on my truck. That just happens through time. I've had this wrap for nearly 3 years now. And so there's a lot of little things that go all the way around the truck. The camera is hard to point it out, but with your eyes, you can obviously see it better. There's even parts like this right here. You'll see like a red dot. My wrap had previously, it ripped in that spot. And what I try to do to fix it is I put red spray paint, which is a completely different color. And now that I'm thinking about it, it probably went through to my real paint. So that's probably gonna be cooked. You guys don't know this, but one time I was getting my car washed by somebody who passes by where I work. And bro, I'm telling you, there's like 3 scratches that start from here and they wrap all the way around to my taillights. But you obviously can't see it that good from the camera, but they're there. And then just a few other stuff about my wrap. If you guys can see here, when I got my wrap done, I didn't do the inside panel. So there's obviously this little switch of color. Next time I do get it wrapped, I'm gonna make sure to fix that so that way it flows better. But that's probably like some of the stuff that you guys may not notice. Like me personally, I do notice. And then like back here, my emblem is actually wrapped and now it's like cooked, bro. It's falling off. You guys can even see some parts right here. Like the sun is cooking my wrap, like it's making it turn black. It's like not even dirt. They're getting cooked by the sun because like these things are black, my wrap isn't black. Like the sun directly hits it. And it's not dirt or anything, it's literally the wrap getting cooked alive by the sun. So I'm gonna be trying to get this fixed. Actually in the camera, the color looks perfect, but in reality, this used to be like a darker red. And now in some angles, it does look purple in the sun. It looks like really orange. So I want to get that fixed, and that way everything will look better. All right guys, sorry, this is going to be like a 10-second advertisement real quick. I just released some merch, you guys can see right here, La Mamawhiski merch, you feel me? If you guys do want to support it, make sure you guys head over to mamawhiski.com, get yourself some merch. Send me like a private message on Instagram, TikTok, anywhere to show me that you guys bought some merch, and I'll throw in a free sticker. So yeah, thanks, and back to the video. And another thing that a lot of you guys may not know, like even people I meet in person, they don't actually realize, is that this is the most base model truck of Silverados. This is the work truck model, so basically means it's completely like basic. There's no electronic stuff on it. I do still have manual windows, guys. Like, look at this. I don't have no push buttons. I have to literally go like this. I actually made like a viral video and it got like 10 million views in total, just because of the manual windows. It's pretty funny. But even stuff like that, electronic stuff, my mirrors, if I do want to move them, I literally have to push it in by my fingers. So a lot of people may not know that. This is the base model, so it literally has nothing. It didn't have a sunroof. It didn't have any good radio, nothing. It was the base model, and now it looks like this thanks to time and money. So the next thing is my wipers. These don't actually work like at all. Like, look at this, bro. This like, it doesn't even turn on. When you try to turn on the wipers, it turns on my headlights. Like, I think it's connected electronically. Something's wrong with my truck, obviously. My truck did break down like a month ago. It was like some electrical issues. That's probably why this is happening. And also I have no AC. So today we went out to Adelanto. It was like 100 degrees outside. Bro, my cameraman almost fainted, guys. The sun was killing him. We hopped in the truck and this guy had to pull into a gas station to get some Coke. His sugars were running low and I have no AC. So it was probably the worst day of his life. I ain't gonna lie. It was like an hour drive, just windows all the way down, blasting music. It was like a fever dream, low-key. So you guys can see there's hella bubbles. There's a huge one right here. If you get the perfect lighting, you'll see like it's this big. I have other stuff like my headlights right here. These are actually detached like most of the time. They don't have like the sticky stuff underneath. So whenever like I'm at shows, I just slap it back in, you feel me? Hopefully to get that fixed next time I wrap my truck. But yeah, that's most of the bad stuff on my truck, like visually. I also have a sound system in the front grille, as I was talking about earlier. Really, the next day when I got it installed, I went to go get my truck detailed. All the bolts fell off of this one, and specifically, and it's being held together by one bolt for like 6 months now. So I need to get that fixed. My detailer tells me every single time, but I ignore it because it hasn't fell down. But I know I have to get it fixed. So JM, my speaker guy, my sound guy, if you're watching this, please save us. So that's pretty much most of the stuff off of the exterior that you guys wouldn't know, some of the cons. So now I'm gonna be going over some of the truths behind driving this kind of truck. If you guys can see, obviously it's a lower truck. It's pretty low, like come over here. The body of the truck, like the actual frame of it, is as low as this mud flap right here. So every time this mud flap touches the ground, it means that my frame's touching the ground. So like that's basically the amount of spacing that I do have whenever I'm driving, and I be hitting a lot, like, and it's just something that comes with driving a lowered car like this. I'm gonna go drive around too, just so you guys can see my clearance levels. We're gonna be driving around just so I could explain to you guys, so you guys can actually see what it feels like driving this truck. Whenever I do like U-turns and stuff, since this truck has like a custom suspension and these really big wheels, like the turning radius sucks on this. Like it feels like a semi truck. Like half of the time I have to do like a 2-point turn, so like reverse, because of how wide it turns. My truck is really loud. See, I got fans everywhere. What did I say? A lot of attention. My truck is really loud to the point where like I low-key have to be watching out for cops. So whenever I have like a passenger, they usually just let me know if there's cops coming or not, because you know, if I get pulled over, guys, ticket for exhaust, ticket for music, because I usually drive with music, ticket because I'm too low, ticket because the wheels are too big, ticket because of tint. It's a lot of things. Ticket because of obstruction of view right here. It's a lot of stuff. So we have to drive as careful as possible. So yeah, guys, just talking about again what it feels like to drive this truck. It's a V6, so it doesn't have that much power. It's just loud, low-key. It's just loud for no reason whatsoever. Once I got these rims, actually, now I have to get a tune to my computer, because my truck still thinks I'm running on stock wheels, so now my speedometer's off. So whenever we're on the freeway and I'm driving like 60 right here, I'm actually going like 70, 73 around there. So yeah, that's like one of the like stuff like you guys may not know is like the speedometer's off a little bit. All right, we're gonna try to do the U-turn right here. Look, a van just did it perfectly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We low-key almost didn't make that. But hopefully, I don't know if you guys can even hear me right now just from all the noise the truck actually makes. So if you guys don't like a lot of noise, like this may like bother you. But there's some bumps over here. We're gonna be able to show you guys like speed bumps are low-key my like arch enemies. Like no matter, even the small ones, if I'm going like a little bit fast, I hit it super hard like on my frame. So I have to go extra careful and I always have to go sideways or else like I end up hitting all of them. Just as I was talking about earlier, like I have no AC, so like just driving in this feels like a sauna, look. How you feeling, cameraman?
Look, you're getting toasted.
Bro, it's nice. It's like 90 degrees outside. In here, probably like the same. But yeah, another thing, when I'm driving this truck now, I'm like 10 times more careful than I were to be like in another car. And it's not because like I be driving reckless, but it's just like there's a lot of dumb people out there. So I gotta do my best to make sure to watch out for them, watch out for me, make sure my truck doesn't get hit. Because at the end of the day, even if there's insurance and all that, you're gonna like get cooked by like the waiting times. So right here, we're approaching actually a speed bump. I'm gonna just drive straight. You guys heard that, like I hit the bottom of my suspension. I wasn't even going fast, it's just normal speed. So now whenever I take a speed bump, I have to go all the way left. Look, right there, I barely touched the bottom of my frame, but it's just because of how low my truck actually is. So we gotta make sure there's no cars coming. If there's cars coming, we slow down. We let them pass. Oh my goodness. That's just one of the, if you know, if you drive a lowered car, you would know like there's those bumps that are so deadly. Make sure you guys drive careful in this. And then it low-key like affects other stuff too. Cause then like you don't drive as fast, you make sure other people are safe. And at the end of the day, it's all about safety, guys. So that's the main priority. We just finished with the ride. I just thought about something real quick. On the drive here, you guys heard me hit some speed bumps. It'd be hitting my splitter. So come down here. You can see how absolutely destroyed the splitter is from the bottom. Like there's just pieces and plastic just falling off of it. Cause just hit everything every day. But yeah, some of the harsh truths of driving a lower truck. You just kind of have to drive a little bit more careful. Know how to maneuver around certain environments. But it's honestly not that bad. Just the bad thing is getting into a crash, but you know, let's not think about that for the time being. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. I was trying to be like the most 100% completely honest with you guys, because this helps you guys know that like people like my truck on the outside on social media looks really good, but in reality it's not, you know, it's not the best thing. You know, everything has its own flaws. So make sure you guys don't believe everything you guys see on the internet. This also gets to show you guys that I'm just, you know, I'm just a normal person too. I'm 21 years old. Had my truck for 3 years, and even though it looks good right now, it has its flaws, and I'm still working on getting those fixed. I'm not able to do that currently because, you know, there's other stuff I want to do. I'm still a full-time student in college. I also work almost every single day with my pups, homework, all that. And then there's this that I do as well. I'm actually studying to be like a computer engineer, but hopefully I could do something with my social media. Hopefully I'm able to grow my YouTube. That way I'm able to do more videos like this in the future, more videos where I can do something crazy like a giveaway, you know. But we all start somewhere. My truck, I'm trying to make it as best as I'm able to make it. Anybody can really do it. Like, even if it looks good on the outside, doesn't mean it's 100%. So you guys don't have to make your things like crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and knowing. It was just going over some of the rundowns on my truck, stuff you guys may have not known, the pros, the cons. If you guys did like this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share. Share it to your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your dog, your dog's brother, your brother's dog. And I'll see you on the next video. Toodles.